channel. Hey babes, welcome back to the channel. So I'm back today with a new video, and in today's video I am featuring Ywigs. Big thank you to Ywigs for sponsoring today's look. Now let's jump into this video. So this is going to be another boho braid video, but this one is a little different. This is not a start to finish. This is more so where I show you in detail how I achieve this exact look. The hair that I'm currently rocking is their loose body wave and their loose deep wave bow hair, and I used that hair to create this look. So as you can see, it's super long. I'm obsessed with this look. Like, for those of you that have been here, you know how I feel about extra long locks, and baby, this is exactly that. I have 3 bundles of 20-inch loose wave, and then I have 1 bundle of their loose deep wave mixed in, a mixed texture look. And I have never done that before, but honestly this is the only way I want to rock my boho braids. So for the bottom, I did add hair to the bottom. That's how I get that extra long length. I will show you full body shots, don't worry, it's going to be full body shots somewhere in this video so you can get an idea of how long this is on me, and I am 5'7" for reference. Now let's get into the details. 7 pieces added in, and then at the bottom I have an additional piece. So each braid is giving at least 8 pieces of bow hair. Now this hair has been dipped. I did dip this hair. I will show you what this hair looks like freshly braided, without water, without dipping it. Very big, a lot of hair, a lot of body. If that's what you like, baby, that's what you're gonna get with this hair. I decided to dip it just because I knew it was so much hair, and I knew I would still be able to maintain the body. So I went ahead and dipped this hair in hot water. I actually dipped it 2 times. So I've had this in for about a week. Now that I'm sitting down and doing this, this is 1 week, and I did not put any product in here. It's just water. I am waiting to put mousse. I like to wait until I've worn the hair for a while before I add mousse to it. But this is the hair with just water, and I'm absolutely in love. For maintenance, all I really do is brush it through and then spray it down with water. That's it. The hair is very lightweight. I do get a lot of questions, and I work with Ywigs a plethora of times on the channel. They have their own playlist on my channel, from bow hair to crochet hair. Definitely check the link in the description box. All links and details will be down below. There will be timestamps throughout the video where I show you exactly how I feed in the hair. In this video, I also show you 2 different ways to feed in the hair. So if you guys have any more questions, leave them down below. I will try to get back to you. I want to give Ywigs a big thank you once again for sponsoring another video. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this hair. I'm going to add this to my braid series playlist. Check out all the other looks that I have collaborated with Ywigs to get. And yeah, don't forget to like this video. And if you have the option to hype this, go ahead and hype this video. Bye. Okay, let's get into the tutorial. So this is where I am. This took me about 2 days to complete, so I did not film everything on camera. I have quite a few start to finish videos that will be linked if you want to use those for reference. These are the products that I'm using: a braid gel for my parts, edge control, sectioning clips, and here I'm just going to show you how I part my hair. So for this, I went for like medium. I didn't want them too big, and I also didn't want them too small. I used that braid gel to just keep my parts nice and crispy, especially because I know I wanted to keep these braids in for a little while. I wanted my parts to be super neat, plus it's very hot here. So here I'm parting my section. You can pre-part your hair. I prefer to just part as I go. I've been doing it for years. Now I am using a knotless method, so I start off sectioning my natural hair in 3 and then adding in 2 pieces of the braiding hair. The braiding hair that I use will also be linked in the description box. So once I braid that down, I braid down about 1.5 inches, about 1.5 inches before I feed in my first piece of hair. So this is where I split the hair in 3, and then I take a piece of bow hair and then I feed that in. Now, because I'm using 2 different textures of hair, I start with the loose wave, and then I go in with the loose deep wave. You can alternate. You can just use one texture of hair throughout an entire braid, or you can mix the textures within one braid. So it's really just up to you. You're going to end up with a similar finished look regardless, because you are mixing the two textures. I try to feed in about 7 pieces per braid, and that does not include the piece that I add at the end. So there is a total of 8 pieces of the bulk hair per braid. Now, I do want to mention, because I did not start this video at the beginning of the braiding process, for my nape area and about the 3 bottom rows, I do not add this many pieces in. In the nape area, I added 2 pieces and then the piece at the bottom, so 3 in total. And then as I worked my way up in rows, I gradually started to feed in more hair. Personally, I don't care to have that many pieces fed into my nape braids, because even if I'm wearing this hair up in a bun or a ponytail, you don't really notice those pieces. That is just a matter of preference. And no matter what hair you're wearing, whether it's a wig or braids or crochet, the nape tends to mat faster. So I do not use that many pieces for the nape area. That is something that I wanted to point out. I do use the sectioning clips to help keep the hair out of the way, especially if I'm doing braids like a longer length. These are 20 inches. Those sectioning clips come in handy to clip that hair up out of the way. So like I said, everything that I use in this video will be down in the description box. So this is where I add the human hair to the end of my braid, and I do use nail glue to secure it. Another tip I have for you, you do not need a lot of nail glue. You just need a little. A little goes a long way, and I say that because if you use too much nail glue, you will have a white cast that shows up on the hair, and it looks crazy, especially if you have black hair. So just keep that in mind. I have seen other braiders use like a Sharpie to just color over the glue, but I find the less you use, you can avoid that cast and avoid having to paint over that. So I do use nail glue. There are ways you can secure it without glue. I've seen people tie it. I just prefer nail glue. It's quicker, faster, and more efficient for me. So I'm just going to continue to braid the hair in. So I do show you different ways to feed the hair in. One way is the way I've been doing it since I've started. You just braid the bulk hair in, and with that method the hair kind of sticks up and out, and to be honest, I love that look for curly bulk hair. But I did start to braid my bulk hair in where I'm braiding it down and feeding it down. That way the hair points downward, if that makes sense. I will point that out here in the video. But I like that method better for straighter textures because the hair just flows differently. So I will show you how to do both and how to feed in the hair both ways. Now a little bit more about this hair. I did include screenshots and I showed you the different patterns. So your loose wave is going to be a very loose, subtle, almost like a, not quite a body wave, not an S wave, but a very loose wave. Then you have your loose deep wave, which is a tighter wave pattern. And I love the two together because the loose deep wave really just looks like loose wave with a tighter curl. So I think those two complement each other very well. What you see here is the hair fresh out of the pack, and then the way the hair looks in the beginning intro as well as the outro is what the hair looks like after being dipped. This is a low maintenance texture to me. It's not like a deep wave in which you have those tight coils which you have to detangle, and I feel like with that texture you're better off using hair products. With this one, I found it better to just use water because it has such a pretty natural carefree look and it doesn't require much maintenance. But I will have all my favorite products that I use to maintain my braids down in the description box. So just check the description box for all of the details. So my tip to feeding in as much hair as possible is just spacing the hair out accordingly. Once you place a piece of bulk hair in there and you make sure that that end is fully braided in, space them evenly. That way you can pack in as much hair as you want. And this is for my girls that love those full braided looks. If you don't need this much hair, you can still achieve the mixed texture look. You just add less hair. You can do 3 pieces per braid, whatever you prefer. I know that the super full boho braids are not everyone's preference, but that is my tip to feeding the hair in, and adding a little bit of braid gel to that blunt end, which I show you in a few other videos. So here is just another angle. I'm showing you up close how I start off my braid, feed in the braiding hair, and then how I feed in the bulk hair. So this is where I'm going to show you the alternate way to feed the hair in. I take the bulk hair and I do place it into the braid with the blunt end facing down. But instead of leaving the hair sticking straight up, I braid that in as well. That way, once I'm finished braiding it in, the hair is facing downward, and I just love the way that looks with straighter textures. Now, when it comes to the loose deep wave, I don't do this method. I just let the hair stick upward because I think with curlier textures, that method works well. It gives you that nice volume and you see a lot of curls. But something about straighter textures, I like the hair fed in differently. So that is just something different that I did in this video, and I don't think I've done that in any of my other braiding videos. So once I get to the other side, you'll see me start to fill in with the loose deep wave. So this is what it's looking like so far, and tell me this hair is not absolutely gorgeous. This is our loose deep wave, so pretty, and I'm going to fill in the other side. So I'm going to use that and add in some curly pieces. I have a few already within this braid install, but now that I'm at the top, that's when I really started to utilize more of this texture. I love the way the curly hair looks fed in with the pieces sticking upward. It just gives it really nice volume and it camouflages all your parts. I just love it. So if you don't have the neatest parts and you're using a curly texture like a deep wave or a loose deep wave, you're honestly going to love the way it looks fed in that way. So I'm going to finish that. I don't really do too much styling in this video. I did show you the edge control that I just picked up. I'm loving that edge control right now because we are in the high 90s, and that is actually holding my edges down in the heat. So that'll be linked down below, but I don't do much else to this hair. As I stated, there's no product, just water. At the very end, I do dip this hair off camera, so the final look that you see is what the hair looks like fully dipped in water. So big thank you to Ywigs for sponsoring today's video. If you guys are interested in this, you want to grab it because they're having a mid-year sale. It is time to braid your hair. So all the links will be down below. Don't forget to check out my braid series playlist to see all the looks that I have created, most of them from Ywigs. I want to thank you beauties for watching, and don't forget to like or hype this video. Let me know what you guys think about this look, and let me know what you think about the mixed textures, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.